How many bad marketers does it take to change a light bulb? None, because they like to leave their clients in the dark. All right, what's going on, guys? Today's video is all about marketing management. And as an agency, we've managed and generated millions of website hits. We've managed and generated millions of website leads. And we've even managed and generated millions of website sales. So if you're a small business or a young professional who wants to learn more about marketing management, then you're in the right place. And today, I'm gonna go over how marketing managers can create successful campaigns step by step. Stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Sean with LYFE Marketing, the digital marketing agency that saves businesses from bad marketing and no growth. And of course, in order to do that efficiently, our marketing managers have to have exceptional skills around marketing management. And unfortunately, a lot of schools today are teaching outdated marketing approaches, and the internet is flooded with fake gurus who teach marketing but actually have no real experience. Which is why you should always learn from people who have real experience and can prove it for more than one company. And as you saw with those quick screenshots that we showed earlier in the intro, we have real digital marketing experience and have accumulated over 10,000 working hours. And today, I'm gonna give you some powerful approaches if you wanna learn marketing management or become a better marketing manager. I'm gonna go over how to onboard a new marketing campaign, how to structure your marketing plan, how to set everything up, and even more. But before I dive in, if you love marketing, business, or growth, then please consider liking this video so YouTube will show our videos to other people just like you. And subscribe to support our channel and make yourself a better marketer over time. All right, now that's out the way, let's go ahead and dive right in with step number one, how to onboard a new marketing campaign. Okay, so whether you're starting a new marketing campaign from scratch or you're inheriting an existing marketing campaign, it is very important to know these two things. Number one, you need to establish marketing goals. Now, oftentimes our clients will say something very result oriented, such as, my goal is to get more sales. But that is a very high-level goal, guys. So what you want to do is unpack that into something more actionable. Hey Sean, I could turn into a superhero and create lots of action. Okay, not that kind of action. But here is where we can start to talk about leading and lagging indicators. So a lagging indicator is usually a result, such as more sales, more leads, more traffic, which are great goals to have. But in order to get the result or the lagging indicator that you want, you need a leading indicator, which is usually an action. So leading indicators are things that you can control right now, every day, every week. And these are the marketing goals that you want to establish. For example, for LYFE Marketing, our lagging goal for this YouTube channel is to get to 10,000 subscribers. So our leading goal or our leading indicator is to post on YouTube at least 3 times a week for the next 12 months. And we expect that if we execute our leading indicator, that our lagging indicator, i.e. the results, those 10,000 subscribers, will eventually follow. And as a marketing manager, you need to know both of these goals. Now, moving on to the second biggest thing when you're onboarding a new client is to know the budget. Now, this one is pretty obvious, and I made an entire video about how to accurately calculate your marketing budget step by step, which I'll link up above. But the main thing here is that you want to make sure that your budget matches your goals. So if you want to make $1 million in sales, for example, then you need to be ready to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in your marketing. And you want to be as realistic as possible because that's just a responsible thing to do as a good marketer. Too many people sell you that overnight success, that dream, but the reality is that good marketing takes time. Okay, now that we know we need a marketing budget and that we need to establish some goals, then we can move on to step number 2, which is how to structure your marketing plan. The first thing I will recommend that you do is that you look at creating a marketing funnel, or you clearly understand the marketing funnel that already exists. And by the way, if your company is already already generating some kind of sales, then there is likely a marketing funnel whether you are aware of it or not. So it's important to know which part of the funnel you need to influence with your marketing campaigns. Let's take some time to take a look at a high-level view of a marketing funnel for B2C, business to consumer, and B2B, business to business companies. Okay, so at the top of the funnel, you have the awareness phase. For both B2B or B2C companies, this is where potential customers become aware of the business. So maybe they heard about you via a search, an ad, or maybe someone referred them to you. The next part of the funnel is the interest phase. This is where your potential customers start to learn more about your products or your services. The next part of the funnel is the consideration phase. This is where your potential customers really start considering to buy your products. So they start to read your reviews or compare your products to others that are already in the market. The next phase in the funnel is the intent phase. So this is where the potential customer is ready to buy and they just need a little push to complete the transaction. So if you're a B2C company, that means that a visitor has maybe added something to their cart online. Or if you're a B2B company, that means that a visitor may have requested a meeting or a live demo. Quickly after that, the potential customer enters the evaluation phase in the funnel. So the potential customer is thinking about the entire experience that they're having as they're checking out for a B2C company or as they're completing the contract for a B2B company. And at the very bottom of the funnel, you have the purchase, which is when the potential customer converts into a real customer. Now, a funnel can continue after this point, especially if you want to get more sales from your current customers. But these are just a few of the main areas that most marketing managers need to focus on. So as you're doing your marketing management, you want to start asking which phase in the funnel does the business need the most help with? And you will find that some companies need help with overall awareness before they can optimize any other part of the funnel. Or you may find that some companies have a lot of awareness but struggle to convert those leads into real sales. So once you know where your marketing needs the most help at, then you can start focusing there and start developing those leading indicator goals that we talked about earlier. So for example, in the awareness phase, you need to focus on reaching a lot of people. And if the business is on a low budget, then you likely need to use an organic marketing strategy. And if you want to learn more about powerful marketing strategies, then make sure you subscribe to this channel as we release new videos every week and focus heavily on strategy. All right, now let's move on to the next step, step number 3, which is how to set up your marketing campaigns. The first thing you need to be thinking about here is your marketing production. So what I mean here is that you want to be thinking about who, what, and when you need certain things. So go back to your leading indicators and think about how are you going to accomplish them. Maybe you need a content writer, a designer, put together an advertising budget, set aside a few hours of your time to work on this stuff. Or maybe you need to hire an agency or buy some tools to help you be more efficient. Okay guys, so the bottom line here is you need to be very clear about what deliverables you need and when you need them. After production, I would recommend that you start tracking your progress. Now that doesn't mean that you're looking at that lagging indicator, that main result that you want to accomplish, but rather you want to see growth headed in a positive direction. Ideally, you want to see a trend line that is going up over time until you get to your result. So for example, if you're posting on YouTube every day for 6 months, and you're not getting any views at all, then that is a sign that you need to stop and reevaluate your marketing strategy. And one of my favorite tools for tracking progress is Google Analytics. And I want to hop on my computer very briefly to show you how to set up a Google Analytics and walk you through some of the powerful benefits of it step by step. All right guys, I'm on my computer now and we're gonna take a look at how to set up Google Analytics. Now the first thing you need to know about Google Analytics is that it is completely free. All right, so you can track user behavior on your website or your app completely for free, so why not? All right, so here's what you need to do. You need to go to analytics.google.com. And when you do, you're gonna see this landing page. From here, you wanna click set up for free. You wanna go ahead and enter in some of your account details. I'm just gonna call the account name Marketing Management. since that's the name of this video. And then after that, Google recommends a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna take the recommendations since it is free anyway. And then you'll click next, and then you have to choose what you want to measure. For this example, I'll just select website, but you of course can manage your app or both. All right, from here, you need to enter in your website name. I'm just gonna call this marketing management. I'm just gonna use LYFE Marketing's blog URL here. And for the industry, let's select business. And my OCD is kicking in. I wanna do New York time zone. All right, boom. And then you wanna read through Google Analytics terms of services and the data privacy policy stuff. And then after that, you wanna go ahead and accept. Now, right after this, you're going to see, I did not expect to pop up, but let's just say that's okay for now. All right, right after this, you're gonna get, wow, so many pop-ups. Right after this, you're gonna get Google Analytics tracking code, all right? Now, this is a tracking code that you want to install on your website, your app, so you can track that user behavior that is taking place on your site. All right, so you'll just simply copy this, and then you'll enter it in the header tags of your website. So let me go to lifemarketing.com's/blog so we can see exactly what a header looks like on a website. All right, so this white space at the very top, that is what you call a header. So that stays consistent usually throughout most websites. All right, so if I click on one of these blogs, for example, you should still see this header right up top. So that is where the Google Analytics code sits. So it doesn't really matter what page I go to, whether I'm going to a social media category or I'm clicking on a specific blog, you're gonna continue to see this header across the website. In the back of our minds, we know that is where our Google Analytics code lives and where it's tracking all the user behavior. All right, so it's gonna depend on how your website is structured, so you know where to put that Google Analytics code. We use WordPress, so we use a plugin called Headers and Footer. We simply go to the header tag here, and then we're gonna paste in our Google Analytics code. All right, so that's very easy, very simple. That's exactly how you do it. You just take the code, put it into a header after you sign up for Google Analytics. All right, now once you sign up, then you can start to look at some data, right? So this is a blank Google Analytics account. There's no data loaded in here. So what we're gonna just take a look at is what you can see with Google Analytics. So you're gonna be able to see your users. That's gonna be how many people have hit your website, how many unique people are going to your website. You'll see sessions, so that's gonna be the amount of times that people are going to your website. You're gonna see a bounce rate as a percentage. This is basically how many people have gotten to your website and then left on a specific page. And then you're gonna see your session duration, which is how much time people have spent on your website. All right, then after that, you can start to dive into a lot of really good information. One of the things I spend the most time on is acquisition and just seeing exactly what type of traffic that I'm getting to the site. So you're usually, when this is full, let's go to lifetime. Maybe I have some data from lifetime. Let's do last 30 days. All right, let's just take this thing back to 2010. See if we get any data that comes up. But anyway, usually here in the source in the media, you're gonna be able to see where your traffic's coming from. So this is direct. That means people just went straight to your website. They just typed it in. And then you're also gonna have some other sources from places that you're generating website traffic from. So this could easily say social media, this could say referral traffic, organic traffic, search traffic, etc. So you can start to really analyze and measure your progress as you're following those positive trend lines and trying to stick to your goals. All right, so that's it for the Google Analytics walkthrough. I'm gonna hop back in front of the camera and wrap up the video. All right, now that you're all set up for success, let's go ahead and move on to step number 4, which isn't really a step, but it is a critical thing that you need to know, which is to stick to your marketing plan. Now, for some people, this is obvious, but some of you guys really need to hear this. Remember, good marketing takes time. And I'm gonna say that again for the people way in the back. Good marketing takes time. And unless you have a really big budget, and I'm talking like at least $100,000 a year, then you're likely gonna need to focus on one thing at a time. So that means you want to put together a really good marketing strategy and make sure that it works before you move on to something that is new or the new marketing growth hack going on right now. And I recommend you give your strategy at least 6 months before you give up or move on to the next thing. And that is 6 months of pure excellence. Okay, so that means you're not missing deadlines. You're putting together a good amount of quality and quantity work out there. And remember, you should still be tracking your results and making sure you're building momentum or seeing that positive trend line that we talked about earlier. Even if that positive trend line is slow, it just needs to be positive and you need to stick to it. Which brings me to my last step, step number 5, reporting. If you're doing any kind of marketing management or if you're a marketing manager yourself, then at some point you need to do some reporting. Whether you are reporting to yourself, other stakeholders, a manager, or a client, this is an area that you need to effectively communicate how your marketing is going. And when you are communicating it, you need to know who is your audience. If you're talking to another marketing professional or someone who has a marketing background, then you likely can get away with some more advanced explanations of your progress. But if you're talking to someone who doesn't know a thing about marketing, then you want to make sure you're breaking it down as simply as possible. Your ROAS is 4 times and your ROI is 52%. And we just brought in 105 new conversions, we just got 865 new fans from our Page Like campaign. You're doing great. Okay. Everything that we covered in this video are things you want to communicate to whoever you're reporting to. So that means you want to relate things back to the goal, the budget, the funnel, and that positive trend line. Now, bad marketers only care about telling you how good their bad results are. Hey Sean, we got 20,000 leads this month. Okay, and how many people booked an appointment? Let me get back to you on that. But as good marketers, it is our responsibility to communicate effectively and with integrity. So know your numbers, know your audience, and be as honest as possible, even when it hurts. Hey Sean, we didn't get any new visitors to our website this month. That really hurts, man. That really hurts. I know, but don't worry. We have a new marketing plan that I really think is gonna help things a lot. Really? All right. That makes me feel much better. Okay, so there you have it, guys. 5 steps for marketing management. And wow, look at that. You made it to the end of this video. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe and ask any questions you have in the comments below. We appreciate you watching this video. I'm Sean, and I'll see you in my next video.